The president is the supreme commander of a country. The Constitution explicitly assigns the president with the power to govern the country, along with the responsibility to execute and enforce the laws of the land. Naturally, it becomes important to ensure the safety of the first citizen of the country. Some of these first citizens have the "you can't touch that guy" kind of security. Yeah, you heard that right. Join me as I take you through the most protected presidents in the world. Number 9. Alpha Conde. Alpha Conde, Guinea's first democratically elected president, is undoubtedly a powerful man inside his country, but his inclusion on a list of the world's most closely guarded leaders is surprising. There is, however, a compelling explanation for his security focus. Political opponents attempted to assassinate him in his own home in 2011, and although his security team was able to repel the assailants, a 2-hour battle involving several hostile gunmen and a grenade launcher would make a man think about his physical protection, particularly because just hours after Conde addressed the nation about the first attack, his presidential guard had to fend off a second one. Conde's security team is undeniably tough. After all, the president is still alive. In 2020, Alpha Conde, 82, won a third term in the presidential election. Number 8. Recep Erdogan. President of Turkey. Erdogan may not be the most fortified individual on the list, but his bodyguards are some of the toughest. Erdogan has a devoted 60-man bodyguard unit known as the Mustachirs, which means they are all large men with intimidating mustaches. The Mustachirs are so unconcerned about anything that isn't linked to their leader's protection that they didn't think twice before attacking many American citizens who were protesting against Erdogan in Washington, D.C. in 2017. As terrifying as the Mustachirs are, they're not the only support in Erdogan's safety arsenal. During his historic visit to Greece in 2017, the 60 mustache-wearing security officials were accompanied by an estimated 100 other Turkish defense personnel, as well as over 3,000 Greek snipers, agents, and cops stationed across the city of Athens. Number 7. Yoshida Suga. Even while visiting a shrine, the Japanese Prime Minister is escorted by bodyguards, and his international trips have been known to necessitate a security force of 9,000 people. Suga, the Japanese PM, is guarded by the Japanese Security Police. During their duties, the officers of Japan's security police are often armed with handguns and expandable batons. They also have a small flashlight and a transceiver on them. For transportation and escort, they sometimes use unmarked vehicles. Security officers usually carry the Smith & Wesson Model 37 revolver or the SIG P230 semi-automatic pistol. One of the protocols they adopt while changing lanes on the road is that the security personnel hang out of the car windows, leaning half out of the moving vehicles while calmly gesturing to other cars on the road with their white-gloved hands, with no guarantees that the incoming convoy would pause in time if they were to hit any vehicle. The convoy never slows down. If Suga's bodyguard unit is willing to go to these lengths only to change lanes, then we can only imagine what they would do if their prime minister was targeted. Number 6. Xi Jinping. As the main man of China, it's no surprise that Jinping comes pretty heavily guarded. He and the other higher-ups in the Communist Party are protected by an elite guard unit called Central Security Bureau, which is a notoriously secretive organization. The Central Guard Bureau has thousands of elite troops that are tasked with protecting the country's top brass and their families. During a 2017 visit to Hong Kong, a massive security blanket of 11,000 security personnel was enveloped around the area to keep the president safe using helicopters and movable 6-foot barricades. Number 5. Mohammed bin Salman. Units of the Royal Guard protect the King of Saudi Arabia and other relatives at all times. The Royal Guards report directly to the King and, for security reasons, maintain a separate communications network from the regular army. The Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, has tightened his grip on Saudi Arabia's military and security agencies. Besides the Royal Guard, the Saudi Armed Forces, the Air Force, and Navy commanders all report directly to Mohammed bin Salman. It would probably not be a bad bet to say that if Prince Mohammed is among the people with a massive personnel security network on his list. Number 4. Nath Kovind. The President's Bodyguard is an elite household cavalry regiment of the Indian Army. It is senior-most in the order of precedence of the units of the Indian Army. The primary role of the President's Bodyguard is to escort and protect the President of India, which is why the regiment is based in the New Delhi, India area. Men of the PBG are expert horsemen, adept at ceremonial punctilio, trained combat paratroopers, armored vehicle crewmen, and tradesmen. Honed in diverse combat skills, these security men also boast combat experience in numerous battlefields, starting from the 19th century Egypt to Siachen Glacier, the highest battlefield on the planet. Number 3. Kim Jong-un. With Pyongyang's leader Kim Jong-un travels, he's escorted by a phalanx of bodyguards carefully chosen for their fitness, marksmanship, martial arts skills, and even looks. Foreigners attending any event where Kim will be present must go through hours of security procedures beforehand and surrender all electronics, including phones. The Guard Command, the military unit tasked with ensuring the safety of the leadership, is an elite institution close to the center of North Korean power. The absolute best of the best in the command become members of the dictator's protection unit, and you're unlikely to ever see them unless something goes seriously wrong. With all of this, it turns out that Kim's Guard Command has its own 100,000-man army with a stovepipe command structure that reports directly to him. Guards from Kim's protection unit usually blend into the crowd during his appearances, but members of a select offshoot of this special outfit have become something of an international sensation as they have appeared running in unison alongside the Supreme Leader's Mercedes Pullman Guard armored limousine on multiple high-profile occasions. Back home, Guard Command serves to protect the ruling family's interests throughout the country and includes a range of capabilities as well as a large assortment of equipment used to carry out its unique missions. This human phalanx of fit North Korean commandos mean business when it comes to defending their principle. Number 2. Vladimir Putin. The Federal Protective Service, or the FSO, is a federal government agency concerned with the tasks related to the protection of the President of Russia. FSO is a powerful, multi-purpose, and extremely secretive agency. There's hardly a more closed Russian security force than this unit. There's very little public information about this multi-purpose organization and its activities, and the only confirmed information available is about the name of its leader, Dmitry Koshnev. FSO, like China's CSB, is in charge of the defense of the country's political elite, but its top priority is to protect the first citizen, President Vladimir Putin. The FSO, popularly known as Putin's people, has the strength to go to insane lengths to keep him safe. The department has plenty of resources to do it. It has leveraged over millions of assets, and its personnel are omnipotent. They have the authority to conduct a wide range of operations and investigations, including detaining individuals, seizing vehicles, and searching homes indiscriminately. As a result, the rumors about the FSO's antics are both wild and common. One of the most persistent rumors is that they have at least one body double of Putin who's used to perform all of the cool yet risky stunts that the real Putin is known for, such as fighter jet stunts and submarine dive. Number 1. Joe Biden. The President of America is protected by a top-notch security ring. The Secret Service agents never leave Joe alone. The President of the U.S. travels in a special limousine and flies in Air Force One, which is the most sophisticated civilian aircraft in the world. The cooks and helpers in the President's staff are constantly monitored. Security agents make sure they are in the know of what is being put and mixed into Biden's food. The security personnel are trained to be ready for all possible confrontational situations. They're known to carry the blood type similar to the president's in case he needs a transfusion. Even if the president wants to move around without the Secret Service, he cannot do it. He may be the most powerful person in the world, but calls on his security are taken by the Secret Service. When Biden travels outside the U.S., he's accompanied by as many as 6 Boeing C-17 planes that hold the capacity to carry 37 cars, including the president's car, called the Beast, and some helicopters, in case he needs to travel somewhere within the destination country. The security agents choose where the president will stay. They conduct and run background checks on hotel employees, the Secret Service personnel are known to coordinate with the local police force of the traveling country to identify possible threats and negate them. So, what do you think? Which of these leaders, according to you, enjoy the most watertight security? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and like us, and I'll see you next time on the channel. Until then, it's goodbye.